offense. You guys were an effective unit last season. What do you want to do to build on that? What do you think were some of the things that made you successful in the red zone a year ago? And what are some of the elements you feel like of a good red zone offense? Thank you.
So with the red area offense, a lot of times as a quarterback continues to develop and continues to see the different defenses that he's going to see in the red area, he's able to make quicker decisions. And that's necessary because those windows open and close quicker in the red area than they do in the field. So Deshaun's development, his continued growth, being able to distinguish what the coverages are, identify what the coverages are, and make good decisions definitely helped us make more plays down there. And then again, the big thing that we ended up doing last year is we really focused on eliminating bad football. Okay, so in previous years, there would be penalties, there would be turnovers, there would be things along those lines that would stall our drives, and we really made a focus as a unit last year to make sure that when we were down in the red area, we were as focused as we could be in order to operate efficiently.
Brandon?
Hey, Tim, what have been some of your observations of Kiki Coutee in camp, and what are some of the things that you wanted to see from him as far as improvement going into his third year?
Kiki's done a really good job of coming back and doing everything that we've asked him to do. He's been able to go out there and make plays when they've come his way, building trust with the quarterbacks, being where he's supposed to be when he's supposed to be there. And again, at the end of the day, the biggest part of that position is getting open and catching the football, and Kiki's doing a great job with that.
Barry?
When do you expect to get Waring back?
Kahali's working. He was out there today working for us, and we're going to continue to work and make sure that his learning of the offense continues to grow. And yeah.
For the short period of time that you've had pads on, the difference with Titus Howard now compared to a year ago.
Yeah, with all those offensive linemen, obviously playing next to one another, there's going to be growth there. And then obviously the jump from a rookie to a second-year player is always very great. So he's not seeing things for the first time. He's kind of learned the tricks of the trade a little bit, and instead of really focusing on what his assignment is, he's really able to focus on the execution of it, being physical and doing all the things that we asked them to do in that offensive line room.
Aaron Wilson.
Hey, Tim, when you look at this offense and one of the cornerstones of it, what does it mean to have Nick Martin back for this many years and to have that stability just with the way you start each play, and just your thoughts on kind of where Nick is right now as a player and leader in your offense? Thank you.
Yeah, the relationship between the center and the quarterback is a really special thing. So him and Deshaun have a great relationship. They really do a good job of studying the game together, especially when we're preparing for an opponent, so that when they're on the field, again, you've heard us use this term, they're really seeing things from the same set of eyes. So there's a really good relationship between D and Nick. And then, you hit on it with his leadership. He's a rock. He's in there every day. He's a guy that we can depend on to do the right thing. And he's always out there, doing whatever he can in order to put the offense in the best position to be successful. So, he's doing a really good job, and his play continues to get better each and every year.
Brandon?
Okay, Tim, forget about down or distance or situation. Do you have a favorite play call? What do you anticipate your favorite play call might be this season?
Yeah, I think you heard Deshaun say it the other day, right? Said the same thing, from go balls to all those numbers, right? Kenny, Randall, Brandon, Kiki, Will, all those guys. So anytime we can put the ball into our playmakers' hands, and our quarterback feels good about it, that's going to be one of our favorite calls.
Ryan?
Coach, I know you're stacked at the wide receiver position, but what have you seen from Stephen Mitchell Jr., and is there any possible way you can get him and his speed on the field? And also, will you take some pages out of the old Andy Reid book with those running backs that you have, being able to throw more screens now that you have that type of pass catching?
Yeah, as far as Stevie's got a great opportunity to come out and to be on the field and to make plays, and he's really doing a good job of taking advantage of those opportunities with some big catches. Again, starting to build the trust between the wide receiver and the quarterback, and so far in camp, Stevie's doing a good job of capitalizing on those opportunities. And then we're always going to find different ways to find the best way to put the ball into our playmakers' hands. So whatever that may be, we're definitely going to investigate it and make sure that, we've got all the tools that we need heading into game day.
Berman.
What, from your point of view, what is the delicate balance of rationing out the reps from when you focus on your starter at quarterback, Deshaun, and AJ and Alex? Yeah,
it's important, obviously, that we're getting Deshaun ready and we're getting Deshaun the reps, so we can get into a rhythm with those wide receivers and the tight ends and the offensive line and the running backs. But it's equally important to make sure that Alex and AJ continue to develop in the offense too. So there's definitely a fine balance in terms of finding ways to make sure all three of those things get done.
Barry.
Yeah, Coach. Give me a little bit of background on this Hansen kid. Where did he come from, and what is he doing to really raise your eyes?
Yeah, so Chad's been here. He was here last camp with us, and was here last season on the practice squad. And Chad's just a guy who comes in every day, and he works, he runs, he's out there every single day. And again, I've mentioned it 2 or 3 times already, but really building trust with the quarterback is such a huge thing at that position. And he's done a great job of doing that with all the quarterbacks because he's out there every day. He's willing to work, and Chad's having a really good camp so far.
And what has surprised you about David Johnson that you have now in working day to day with them as opposed to what you saw on tape?
Yeah, David's very talented. He's got really good vision. He's got really good feet. He's a strong runner. He's a good pass catcher out of the backfield. So we've been very impressed with David so far in camp. He runs hard. He's got good, like I said, he's got good vision, good feet. So yeah, we're happy with David.
Aaron Wilson.
Tim, Isaiah Coulter, your thoughts on his ability to high point the football, and now that he's out there today, just kind of what you guys are hoping for from him as a rookie. Thank you.
Yeah, he's got really good ball skills. He's a long athlete. He can run. So like you said, being able to go up and get the ball is one of the reasons why he's here. He was an intriguing prospect because he's talented. He's got a lot of talent and he's got a lot of work to do, but he's out there, and again, he's in there with Coach Perry, learning the ins and outs of the offense and the ins and outs of the wide receiver position, and we're just going to look for him to continue to develop as camp goes on.
Aaron Reese.
Hey, Tim, you've seen some fullbacks kind of across the league be part of some really successful offenses this past season. As Cullen enters his second year, what more do you think he's capable of doing?
Yeah, I think, we talked about Titus earlier in terms of making that jump from a rookie to a second-year player, and I think that goes for Gilly as well. Again, it's his ability to not only just learn where he's supposed to be, but now he can really focus on how he's supposed to get there and how he's supposed to do certain things. So, again, anytime we feel like a player on the field is going to give us an advantage, we're going to make sure we take advantage of that and try to milk that for all that we can.
Brandon.
Tim, I'm pretty sure that you saw that the Chiefs are going to have, or at least trying to have, 22% capacity. How do you plan from a communication standpoint? I mean, I can imagine you would plan for, full capacity or no capacity. How do you guys plan from a communication standpoint of like some fans being in the stands? How's that going to affect things?
Yeah, for us, we're going to continue to prepare our guys for really every scenario possible. So whether it's this week or week 16 or whatever it may be, we got to make sure that our guys can operate in every atmosphere. So whether that's in front of the, just under 17,000, I think is what it comes out to. I did the math last night. It was late. I don't quite remember what it was, but whether it comes out to that or, here week 2, you know what I'm saying? So like there's going to be some different types of atmospheres, and we got to make sure that our guys are prepared and ready to go for whatever atmosphere that we're walking into.
Last one for Brian Bearfield.
Coach, earlier this morning, Coach O'Brien told us that with the amount of snaps that AJ and Deshaun is taking, there is not really enough for Alex to be able to get in. And with no preseason games this year, will there be a time in practice you'll be able to get him some type of reps?
Sure, and sometimes it's going to be during practice, or he's doing a great job of being proactive and maybe grabbing some of the younger guys and getting some reps after practice too. So Alex is doing a good job being a professional in getting in where he fits in and making sure that he's taking advantage of the opportunities that come his way.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.